Hi, I'm John, and this is Dice Paper Miniatures Live Clips. These are segments pulled from my Twitch live streams. This is a way for me to cross promote both my YouTube recorded content as well as my Twitch live streams. The kind of content you'll see on the live clips focuses on, well, the material I have over on Twitch live stream, but in bite-sized segments. Everything from miniature painting to hobby reviews and discussions, unboxings, and various industry news. It would be awesome if you could click that subscribe and notification bell for future content updates, as well as share this content. All of this helps with the YouTube algorithm. In addition to helping the YouTube channel here, it also helps bring awareness to the Twitch livestream, which is typically at least once a week, if not multiple times a week. The schedule is a work in progress, so it definitely helps to follow me on Twitch so you don't miss any of those live streams there. But if you do, that's what the live clips are for here on YouTube. And lastly, before we get into the content here for the live clip, please consider checking out the merch store over on Teespring, where I have things like t-shirts, mugs, stickers, banners, and now face masks, which are perfect for respecting the space of your fellow gamers at your local game store. Furthermore, some of these live clips I do reserve for my Patreon page, which if you haven't checked that out, I definitely encourage you to check out the Patreon, as that is just another way to help support the channel, which helps creating the content that you see here. Thank you so much. Now here is today's live clip. Part of the reason why I didn't do a whole lot of streaming last week was I was setting up some alternate media sites. So last week I was trying to diversify a little bit with my social media platforms that I support. I don't have links yet set up on my website, so I did a lot of kind of house cleaning last week. Basically updating some of my featured articles, a number of different blogs, and then updating my video content as well, all the way up to basically where I left off the week previously. So got the website up to date, got a Parler account set up. Again, this is kind of like an alternate to Twitter, so if you don't care much for Twitter and you're not using like Instagram or Facebook, this could be a platform that you may be joining here in the near future or already have joined. You can follow me there. It looks like I've had a number of views, so that's cool. I don't know what to expect on these new platforms for a while. I think they're more kind of for political reasons. I don't really care why, but if they're going to become a popular platform and they're relatively new, I kind of want to get a presence there. So I have a Parler account, and then I also have a BitChute, which is kind of an alternative to YouTube. Now, in theory, when I post to YouTube, which I'll do with this live stream, that'll be part of my live clip series on YouTube. It's supposed to automatically generate a video here on BitChute. I noticed that's not necessarily the case. Hopefully, just realized, yeah, looks like my mic's working. That's always good. This is again an alternative. If you're for whatever reason not happy with your YouTube experience, you can come to BitChute, I guess. So it's basically the same content, more or less. I tried to kind of transfer over everything I've had posted previously, whether it was from YouTube to BitChute or from Twitter over to Parler. Parler's kind of a cross between, for me at least, Instagram and Twitter. So not everything I've posted on those two platforms land here, but moving forward, I try to put it'll probably lean a little bit more towards some of the Instagram stuff on here, but also Twitter as well. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of make that kind of public service announcement for this evening before I jumped into my main content. And if you haven't joined these platforms yet, cool. But if you have, cool, whatever. They're there regardless. And then again, like I said, my website is kind of just a catch-all. I did update the gallery before I get going into tonight's main content. Unfortunately, this was like the most important part of my site, but it was lacking any real gallery. So I now have a gallery set up. A lot of what I have on here is older painted models, kind of some old Hammer stuff, if you will. You can check that out at your leisure, of course. I'm working on a bunch of new stuff. I have put out a few videos so far on that Chaos Pack Blood Bowl team. that's kind of a slower process on that team. It just is what it is. I kind of want to finish it in that particular process, but moving forward, I'll probably do more painted YouTube video content that focuses more on speed painting, just to get more stuff done for tabletop purposes. And then if I want to take time on a single model, I'll do that. I won't try to do beyond tabletop quality on 20 some models for a team. It's been a bit of an undertaking. But yeah, so now at least I have a gallery section that actually shows miniatures on my website. So for me, that was a big deal. So this is, again, speaking of Necromunda, which we'll be covering here soon from the Warhammer community articles. This is an old Delac gang from Necromunda. I think I have a little excerpt on when I painted these things. But I believe this was from the late 90s when I painted these up. So I did a little customization on these. They had like the Delac icon on their chest on a lot of these models, and I didn't really care for that. So I usually just kind of sanded them off, maybe put a little green stuff on there to blend it into the coat more. So if you're really familiar with Necromunda from back in the day and you're like, hey, those are Delac models, but where are their symbols or their icons, they got removed. But yeah, so again, just some content that I got a chance to add on. Some of this stuff I kind of cross-pollinated over to Instagram recently. So yeah, that's a thing. And yeah, so in any event, the rest of my site hasn't really changed much. It's just been a little bit of this gallery section and then the blog and some of the video content. I guess I can hit that blog content here real briefly so you can kind of get a better idea of what's been going on here. So I've been busy, just not a lot of video content this last week. Sorry about that.